And welcome to Hardline, folks. This is Major Burdock. Getting to you, we got a couple of things to talk about. Just finished up watching Trump. It's ending right now. His speech in the Panhandle in Florida. Lots of people from Alabama there, by the way, which is really, really cool that he's got that crowd. We had a couple of things that we need to talk about here in Pennsylvania before we get into what he just delivered in the speech. Pennsylvania Supreme Court says ballots can't be rejected on signature comparisons. So the courts, this is where Soros is coming in, folks. These judges that are all Soros paid judges, and Pennsylvania, of course, if you remember, we really couldn't call anything until we started back in 2016, until we started seeing micropolls from Pennsylvania. And that's when, frankly, people were asking me, do you think he's going to win? And I said, based on this. And it was based on Pennsylvania. And once I saw the micropolls coming from social media outlets and other basically unconventional methods of polling, it was clear that he would win Pennsylvania, provided that there wasn't voter fraud. That was the only thing. And we did some things in 2016 that allowed us to put voter fraud in check. But apparently now in Pittsburgh, you cannot be a poll watcher there. You cannot be on the lookout for fraud. They've got everything enclosed, and the judges seem to be on board. And right now, this is insane. They're expecting this. They're expecting Pennsylvania to be the one. Trump's in Florida now. He's voting today, by the way. But the important thing about Pennsylvania is, I think that this is going to be the one. This is going to be the state that really does it. And, this is what's going to make it go to the courts. And, hopefully everything, they've got everything in place, because you can't oust these judges. There's just too much money that put them in place, and they're there. And it'll go all the way up through, and that's Soros spending money. And the question is, what does he want? I mean, he wants to take over the world. This is how he does it. This is how you do it. So, really, folks, let's keep a close eye on Pennsylvania and everybody out there. And I can tell you what we did last year, and it worked, I believe. We identified the counties with the highest amount of voter fraud, the people that seemed a little bit sketchy, and we found different ways to inform them or suggest to them that there was a high dollar amount of covert security installed in certain areas, and people would just find documents suggesting that, and you would see them freak out. There were no invoices. There was nothing illegal about it. Nobody was asking for money, but there were just these invoices that turned up in odd places that happened to, somebody might stumble upon. And they freaked out because, they won't do things if they start worrying about clocks and lamps and everybody that walks up that might have a pen in their pocket. So that's what happened, and I can tell you that it's threefold this year. But I think that these people are so crazed this year that maybe the level of craziness that they've got going is way beyond. I don't think we've seen anything like this, and that's the one thing that we do need to be careful of. And I noticed that Tim Pool, I was listening to him the other day, and that was one thing that he was bringing up. Excuse the phone. He was bringing up was, you can't, one item that, we know what passion for Trump is, and we know that Trump people they poll terribly. But we've yet to see, well, we see the hate for Trump. So how is that going to translate? How is that hate translated into polls? Is Antifa going to go to the ballot boxes with the same vigor that they burned down a car dealership? Okay, we don't know. We have no idea. So anyway, that's something to keep an eye on. Just wanted to give you folks an update on that. Let's see how this works out with Pennsylvania. 1.5 million Pennsylvanians have already submitted their ballots, which is kind of a travesty because there's still more coming out about Joe. And we were going to get into, I was going to do the hardline today from the studio, but we understand that over the weekend there's going to be some more photographs released. And we talked about, I know I promised you all the Malia Obama photograph, but the fact is that we don't have metadata on that yet. I don't believe anyone does. I know we don't. So until we have that, we're not going to report that. We believe that it is true. It is a genuine photograph. So yeah, Phil and I will probably verify that, and we'll probably over the weekend have a lot more, and we'll get back to you first thing Monday morning or throughout the weekend probably on these new photographs that are being released. Shay Hunter. That would be some really terrible stuff. If that might change people's mind, people with families, that might do it. If they knew that the son of the man who aspires to be president was having an improper relationship with Malia Obama, and in the course of doing so, using illicit drugs. So, I mean, we're not talking about taking a bong hit or passing a joint with Willie Nelson on the roof of the White House, which, you know, Carter's son did. We're talking about blow and a guy who's a kind of a freaky sex kind of... This is a totally different thing. Hunter Biden is not Willie Nelson. He's quite the opposite. So anyway, that's the update, folks. Thank you so much again for joining us on Hardline. We will always keep this on Tiger Network, and thanks to all the folks on Tiger. Understand that that is growing, and we'll be just improving everything and getting everything to you on a regular basis. Make sure to visit thegoldwater.com, where these videos are also rebroadcast through the Goldwater. And then tune in to Revolution Radio, freedomslips.com, and that's also revolution.radio, because in about a half hour from now, we will be going live. That is 7 p.m. Pacific on Fridays, revolution.radio or freedomslips.com. Those guys are getting, they're having cancel culture on them right now. We're in Studio B, and that's the story behind the story with Dr. A. True Watt. So make sure to tune into us and give us a listen over there. It's a totally different format. Dr. True has been on the air for, oh, wow, 25 years? That show has been on the air for that long. I've been a co-host, I've been a guest, and recently I'm a co-host for the last couple of years on that show, but it's a real honor to be on that show. So do tune in, and if you have any suggestions for us as far as how we can improve our programming, any guests that you'd like to see us get on, whether or not we we might see if we can't bring Malik Obama on the show. He's a casual friend. I talk to him every once in a while, and he had maybe an interest in doing an election night show with us. So let us know. That would be great. Wish you a wonderful day and a wonderful weekend. Godspeed to you all.